Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 184. Holy shit, did I really just say that? Of the Talking the Line podcast. You know the vibes. You can already see I'm hyped here today on this beautiful Thursday of bets, also known as, so you don't have to check your calendar for the first time here today, December the 16th in the year 2021. We have an absolutely electric show coming your way here today, but before we dive into that and get absolutely shocking, please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL Pod on. If you are watching on YouTube, might as well hit that notification bell over there as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping from the crew. But if you are watching on one of our social media platforms, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that follow button so you never miss any of our additional social content. But there is one other group of humans I must acknowledge. Those of you who do listen to the pod, there are those of you out there. If you're listening to it on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there as well, as we do release the audio of every episode after each live show is complete. Next item up on the docket. You could be so kind to do so. You can find it in your heart while you got a couple extra seconds as you're watching today's show. Hit that like button, leave us a comment, leave us a rating, jump on over yonder in the live chat if you are watching live. Maybe hit that share button, send it on over to your brothers, sisters, friends, enemies, aunts, uncles, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned degenerate, and they enjoy cashing a few tickets, because that's what we do here at the TTL Pod, and we are for all, and when you do those things, we can't tell you how much we appreciate it, and it only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, on the list of opening formalities here, please head on over to this episode's description where you will locate the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will find the talkingtheline.com website, all of the TTL Crew's social platforms, and all of our additional content, so you can consume all of that jazz in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen and beautiful gambling people, I am your humble, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host, Colton, Captain Colt Sroka, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by episode number 184 of the TTL Pod on this gorgeous, once again, December 16th, 2021. I got nothing else to lay out. I have no formalities. It's time to get into it. I'm slap happy. I'm ready to rock and roll. So without further ado, my friend, I need to bring on in the second man that graces us with his presence here on this pod. You know him as the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend around this time of the year we can also not ever forget. The TTL's resident cheesehead himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner, how you doing over there today, pal?
My man, I am doing absolutely fantastic on this fine Thursday of NFL football action Thursday. Not much better in my neck of the woods over here that I can plan out as opposed to a solid-ass Thursday night football game. So, my man, I am ready to get rocking and rolling. How are, as I kick it back over to you as you're drinking water as always, how are things on your neck of the woods, my friend?
Not too shabby. Looks like we're a little bit glitchy as far as the connection goes here this morning. Looks like we're getting back together here. Everything looks to be all right. Yeah, looks like everybody's resetting their stuff, coming on back in. So, doing spectacular on this side of the screen, my friend. Don't know what's going on there. Hey, that confirms it. You know what? That's your big wet butts we talked about yesterday. You talking about me going to this big tits and stock tips site yesterday on Twitter. Nah. Wasn't me, pal. First time I ever visited. You're the one freezing over there. I'm just giving you shit.
Hey, man, in all seriousness, I don't know if I hope that's not going to be a problem. It is windy as shit in the Windy City. I hope that's not going to be a problem today because I have to imagine if there's any issues, that's probably what it's going to be today.
Well, dude, I told you pre-show I was on my balcony last night. It just, it's 60 degrees outside. What the hell's going on? And I didn't realize how windy it was. There's a big old tree sits almost catty-corner to me, and it was damn near bending over sideways. I thought there was going to be a tornado or something came through last night. I couldn't believe nothing happened. You said it. It's pretty doggone windy already still this morning. I don't know if we're supposed to, get some bad weather or something, because, it goes from 60 now down to, 40, 35. So I don't know if we're going to be seeing, some snow tornadoes or some wild shit. Maybe the apocalypse is coming. I have no clue, my friend, but what I do have a clue of is we got plenty of stuff to talk about here on today's show.
We sure do.
The first thing being yesterday's best bets.
Nothing going on NFL news, of course not. No,
because that's not what we do here on the first half of the show, my friends. You wanted to talk about that, you're going to have to stick around for the second half, and you're going to have to figure it out yourself. That's not what we do here. We are a sports gambling pod. So, first things first. Yesterday's best bets of the day. We're always a full transparency show, so we'll never hide them from you. So for the first time live on your screen here today, the TTL Crew's best bets of the day from December the 15th, 2021. Okay, your boy went a little bit cold from the college basketball hardwood, or on the college basketball hardwood. 2-4 for me yesterday. I feel like I got stiffed on that Marshall game. I think it should have been 3-3, or at least Portland or Weber State. Somebody should have covered out of those. Yeah. It makes no sense to me. That Marshall one is the one that chaps me the most. I found out mid-game, and I knew he was high in the rankings, but they had the nation's 9th leading scorer on their team, and he just absolutely went cold in the second half. So the lid was on the bucket in the second half for that, but would have loved to at least break even at 3-3. But 2-4 we go. One of those days, still 8-7 on the college basketball hardwood so far this week. So that is still positive, if I do say so myself. Partner, what do you got to say for yourself over there? A little 0-2 day coming from my boy. What's going on?
Rough 0-2 day, my man. After a nice stretch of NBA, these offenses that I backed last night just did not have any type of success. And as far as that Spurs-Hornets game, not saying I would have got it to the window. Maybe I would have, I don't know. But you give me a Gordon Hayward performance of 40-plus points. pretty tough when that guy just out of nowhere goes back into vintage Gordon Hayward, beyond vintage Gordon Hayward. So I don't know. I'm not trying to make excuses, but getting back on the horse today with one of my 2 picks being an NBA pick. So, mind of a goldfish, as we say, partner.
100% parlay pop-off. Obviously, we won't hide that either. Did not make it to the pay window. No. Spurs obviously lost on that. The Northern Colorado Bears, our Wednesday Warrior, couldn't keep it within the 24.5. Arizona Wildcats are a wagon, and I think we definitely see them 1 second. I think we definitely see them no shorter than the Elite 8 come March. Right. But
almost definitely.
Depends on the number. What were you going to say there?
Yeah, sorry. Depends on the number. We caught it on the show at 24.5. It finished exactly at 25.
Okay. I don't think it ended up going up to 25 anywhere, so that's very interesting, unless it went up to 25.5 somewhere. But that does suck if it did. There you go. There you have it. However, over yonder, Moneyline Dice, if you did play them, they stay hot. Kings on the money line, that cashed, and the under in that game cashed as well. So, hope you played that, so you got a little extra action. But our apologies, my friends. Yesterday was not the best day from the crew. But hey, mind of a goldfish, you already said it, partner. We get back on the horse and we ride yet again. I don't know about you, but the chamber is already chocked full of betting bullets, if I do say so myself. And what I do know is I'm ready to dive deep back into the trenches for today's battle with the books. How about you, partner?
Most definitely, my dude. I told you, I got one of my 2 plays in the NBA, feeling real solid about it. Got a little action out of the NFL game, as do you. Not lining up, but not opposing by any means. So I am ready to get rocking, dude. It should be a good one tonight. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Big AFC West matchup, Chiefs and Chargers. We will obviously talk about the news you were alluding to as well, the old Urban Meyer news, second half of the show. We'll get into RMags Sidebar. We'll get into some daily leans. Obviously, that just that news alone will bring enough banter in and of itself. Give you some updates and then motivation minutes to close out the show. But first half of the show, as always, RMags Best Bets, my best bets. Special play of the day is actually bringing back the Twofer Thursday night Tuddie Parlay. Officially, Twofer TNF Tuddie Parlay. 2 legs on this bad boy, paying out at over 30-1 odds. 2 anytime touchdown scorers, my friends. Anytime within the 60 minutes, we think these 2 fellas make it into the sacred side, but you got to stick around for the third segment of the first half of the show to find out what it is. We'll recap all of that, then we'll get into the Moneyline Dice roll of the day. Not too many short lines on the board anywhere at all today, so we're going to the college basketball hardwood. Dice have selected the matchup between the Tennessee State Tigers and the Charleston Southern Buccaneers. Absolutely disgusting, but the line is very short, and it should be very interesting. So stick around for that. That'll segue us into the aforementioned second half of the show. But for now, partner, unless you got anything in regards to the gambling portion of the show or any other late-breaking news that we have before we get on with the first half.
No, sir. I am ready to rock and roll.
All right, my friend. Well, first things first, lift up your glasses. Because to me, to you over there, good sir, and to all of you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods, I bid this cheers, and all of the good energy and positivity that come with it. Take your sip, and I'll be right back.
Oh, baby.
Oh, goodness. Stop all the nonsense, quit all the gossip, and cut the drama that you could go to every other sports media outlet and get. You come to the TTL Pod for the Stone Cold Locks, Picks, Insights, Analysis. Granted, diving into a rabbit hole or 2 from time to time, but most importantly, running tickets to the window with the TTL crew all day and night long. So without further ado, my friends, it's time to get the first half of the show rocking and rolling, the sports gambling portion of the show, with the first segment of the day. RMags Best Bets of the Day. He's got 2 coming at you. He already told you, 1 from the NBA hardwood and 1 from the NFL gridiron Thursday night football. Partner, rev up your engines, let it rip, let them have it, and as always, you have the floor.
All righty, my friend. As mentioned, I will kick it off with the NBA, and that'll segue us both into the NFL pick of the day. First one coming from me, big game of the night, the Sixers and the Brooklyn Nets. I am taking the 76ers plus the 1 point here on the road in Brooklyn. Handful of things I like in this one, partner. First of all, The glaring thing is that I think the public is setting people up to buy into the Knicks as this, obviously the 20-8 team that they are. Everyone knows who the Brooklyn Nets are, obviously. Everyone knows who the Sixers are, and they've been, barely above average, if you would say, kind of struggling here and there. But I think the Sixers have a lot of success tonight against the Nets. The COVID-shortened Brooklyn Nets, they have been absolutely ravaged this week by COVID outages. We saw it the other night. They managed to get that win, partner, and I think that's actually helping us here and helping this line stay at -1 because it's making people think, oh, they got it done the other night against the Raptors despite all these shortages. KD went off. Patty Mills went off. I think they can do it again. And I think that's misguided information here. Like I said, they won that game. I think that's deceptive the other night. I give an example. The best thing I can say here is that I'll give an example of what our Bulls did a couple weeks ago, my friend. I had a very similar situation. Came out very nice against the Nuggets. Won that game outright by I think at least 5. And everyone's saying, oh, maybe they'll be okay despite all these COVID outages, and then they get their teeth clapped in for the next 2 games, and obviously they get these last 2 canceled. But I think that's what we see from the Nets here tonight, partner. I think after that one game where KD and Patty Mills were both fantastic, at the very least, I think Patty Mills is going to regress a little bit here, and KD can only do so much. I really don't have anything too much beyond that, so give me the Sixers plus the 1 point here on the road, partner.
I'm with you. This was actually my lone NBA lean of the day. I was going to make it one of my bets. I was starting to get in the boat, and then I glanced on over to a couple of the tracking apps. Shout out the Action app. Follow RMags, at RMags in all caps. And I saw it was one of your best bets of the day, and I said, well, I'll be a son of a beach. I'm going to let you have it, and I'll just go ahead and back you on it. So I like it, even minus the line movement up to 2 on some places, 1.5 in other spots. I don't think it matters. I think it's a little bit of a setup. Money and bets getting tossed on the Brooklyn Nets right now, and I think the 76ers surprised some people. So shout out our Philly boys at Newbie Talks, at Mark Drumheller. Who else is one of our Philly guys?
I believe Consig's a Sixers fan.
Yeah, he might be a Sixers fan. He's not a Philly guy, but he's also a Pittsburgh guy. So shout out all the Pittsburgh people out there for RMags, first best bet of the day from the NBA hardwood, the Philadelphia 76ers +1.
Yes, sir. You're looking the wrong way, but yes,
Oh,
sir.
shit. +1. I forgot. Okay. Hey. What were you going to say?
I'm just hoping I can play that damn song tonight, the Philadelphia 76ers win song. I hope I can join in on that. It's always, I love it every single time, but I've never, hardly ever on the same side as them. So, hey.
100%.
I love them tonight.
All right. Well, there you go. First best bet of the day coming from Mags. Now, he's got 2. Already told you once again. Other ones coming from the Gridiron. Partner, are you going to the spread or are you going to the total?
I'm going to the total, my friend.
Okay. So you are going to the total. I'm going to the spread. So, without further ado, partner, let him have it. And whenever you're ready, tag me in, and we'll just go right into my spread pick and just have a great old time talking about Thursday Night Football matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Alrighty, partner. So, I am seeing in this one, I am taking the, out of the Thursday Night Football game, I am taking the under 52.5. Despite everyone thinking this is going to be a passing showdown, light show, 350 passing yards each way, 30 points each way. Already seeing a lot of boosts across a lot of different sports books that are trying to trick you into thinking this one's going to go way over. I think it's going to be a little sweaty. I won't deny. I think it is going to be sweaty, but I do think this one stays under. I believe we talked about it last week as far as these divisional games this deep into the season. The second time around, the under is over 60% hitting on these divisional games, and and at least over 50 points, I believe it was the number. So 52.5 falls into that category, over 60%. But beyond that, as far as actual reasoning, partner, I think both of these defenses are going to have relative success tonight. I'm not saying it's going to be a scrappy, grindy, ugly 13-10 game by any means, but I do think they'll be able to contain them and stop these teams, either opposing offense, from really getting any true momentum. And that's really the thing that, especially with the Chiefs side of things, that is really important as far as stopping their momentum. And that's what the Chargers have done actually the last couple of times that these teams have played, got the win both times. We saw it earlier in the season, and obviously the Chiefs were, kind of a shell of themselves earlier on in the season. But I think we see that again today. Maybe not the turnovers, because that was a big part in that first game. We might see 1 or 2, but I do think that as far as Mahomes passing the ball and this passing attack, it's going to be a little limited tonight, and I think this is going to be in the 20-24 each way type range here. I think the last couple of games, 2 or 3 last couple of games that the Chiefs have played against the Raiders and Broncos, have people thinking that this offense is all the way back. Obviously, it's playing better, but we've talked about it before, personally and on the show, that some of those games and some of those scores the last couple of weeks are a little inflated with some turnovers, some really goofy BS turnovers. And again, I think they've obviously turned things around and they're playing a lot better, but I don't think they're that offensive juggernaut still that we saw the last couple of seasons. To further my point here, a couple of trends. KC under is 5-2 last seven after scoring 30 or more in their previous game. And I don't think that's nothing, partner. That's one thing where the public buys into, kind of what I just said, as far as when the Chiefs score some big points, they're going to keep rolling in the following game. But this point total, whenever they put up those 40-point games like they did last week, is going to be really inflated. And that's actually happened in that previous game against the Raiders. It went Broncos, Raiders. They had a 40-point showing against the Raiders, and then they put up, I think it was a 22-9 game, if I'm not mistaken, against the Broncos, went way under. And obviously I'm saying the Chargers can hold their own, but 22-20, 22-21, 24-20, that's going to get you under. Chargers a similar boat, 4-1 last 5 after scoring 30-plus in their previous game, and the Chargers 4-1 last 5 in the division of the AFC West. Last 5 games, 4-1 to the under. So I think this one, like I said, 20-24. I think these passing defenses have success because the Chargers' weaknesses on defense, their rushing game, the Chiefs aren't really going to exploit that too much. So give me the under in this divisional game, partner, under 52.5.
I think you're on the right side. I'm not 150% sold that some bullshit doesn't happen because much like how you opened it is how I see this game going. Sweaty, sweaty, sweaty. I'm not sure if it goes under, if it goes over. I think you are on the right side, though. I was leaning under if anywhere, but I think there's a little bit more value on the spread if I do say so myself. But before I discuss that at all, what else do you got to lay out? You just can't wait sometimes. What else you got to lay out on there?
No. All I was going to say is, like, it's funny because we're kind of like, that's kind of how I feel about your spread. I think you're on the right side, but I don't think it's, I feel exactly the same way that you do about my total. So I think I'll probably play it with you on a half unit or something like that. But I feel stronger about this under. So take it away, my friend. Give us your spread pick of the evening.
Most definitely, sir. There you go. There you have it. RMags best bets of the day. Flipping the script now to my best bets of the day. First things first, obviously going to the spread in this one. And, I'm taking the Los Angeles Chargers +3 all day, all night, every single day of this week. And twice on Sunday, I'd be comfortable with this. My friends, there is a reason. I said this to you pre-show, partner. There's a reason that this number here, this spread here, is at a key number of a field goal. All the experts want to tell you that the key number is just perfect, and the Kansas City Chiefs are so hot right now that they have to win at least by a field goal, but if they don't, it will be at least by a field goal and we'll get the push. We don't play to push. That is not what we do. I do not buy it. There is no way I am buying this the Kansas City Chiefs hot streak right now. It does not make any sense to me why this line would be right at -3 if it is not a setup and a half for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think this is the game for all the marbles for the Los Angeles Chargers. Once again, we talked about a pre-show, partner, but the Chargers are in a spot right now where they could tie the Chiefs for first in the AFC West and also get the tiebreaker game for the playoffs. So they are in one hell of a spot right now. It is put up or shut up time for Brandon Staley and the boys, and I think that is exactly what we see. Now, I mentioned Kansas City's little hot streak going on here. I'm not buying it because the last 5, you said it, partner, 2 of them were against Vegas. One of them was against Denver. Okay, one of them was against Dallas, which Dallas is good, but maybe their offense is a little bit broken right now. We're kind of starting to question that. And then they played your Packers with Jordan Love under center. So I'm not buying this 5-game heater, and I think the Chargers bring them right back down to earth here today. There are a couple other keys. Kind of unlike you, partner, I see the turnovers being a little bit of a factor here today. Okay. You don't see as many as I do, but it was very interesting to me that this Chargers defense got to Mahomes and that offense as much as they did. 2 interceptions from Mahomes the last time they played the Chargers and 2 fumbles from the offense overall. So I'm kind of banking on the fact that the Chargers are going to be able to make that happen again, at least 3 turnovers in this game, win the turnover battle with ease, and keep us in this. Also, I think it is going to be a passing game. It might not be a huge point total game for the sake of your under, but I do think it's going to be a passing game here because Kansas City's rushing attack just has not been that good. 132 against Vegas, 126 against Vegas the second time, then under 100 in the last 3 games outside of that. 89 against Denver, 94 against Dallas, and 77th against Green Bay. So I'm really not worried about them gashing, slicing, and dicing the Chargers defense that hasn't been great against the rush, but I think they can definitely get to that spot here. So all of that being said, my friends, I think we have the right spot with the Chargers on the +3. It is a setup and a half for the Kansas City Chiefs at the key number, but you don't believe me? Just believe the trends. Kansas City 4-10 ATS last 14 versus an AFC opponent. Kansas City is also 1-6 ATS their last 7 after scoring 30+ in their previous game. Can you say letdown spot? The Bolts are 5-1 ATS their last 6 Thursday games. 4-1 ATS last 5 as a dog, and 5-2 ATS their last 7 versus a team with a winning record. Straight up. The Chargers are also 5-1 ATS last 6 versus the AFC West, and 4-2 ATS their last 6 versus the Kansas City Chiefs. If this game wasn't Kansas City, I would probably be talking a little bit different, but we already took care of that game this year, and we don't have to worry about that. And I envision the Los Angeles Chargers winning back their entire fan base with a win here tonight. I don't need the money line. Give me the points, but I might have a little sprinkle on it by game time for my first best bet of the day, Los Angeles Chargers +3.
I like it, partner. Like I said, I do like it. More of a lean for me, as was your lean for my total. I love your now a couple times this week the key number, stuffy key number. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's killing me.
Yeah, I'm all over this one. This has been very profitable for me over the course of the last few weeks, seeing these setup lines, and honestly just going to totals. I can't lie to you. Playing the totals how we are playing it today has been extremely unprofitable for me, and I've been getting busted over the head on a last minute field goal or a last second touchdown, and these have been absolutely beautiful for me, whether it's coming in the back door or whatever the case might be. These +3.5, +2.5s have just been absolutely electric. So that's my only reason why I would debate you and stay away from the total. But much like you, I think I'm probably going to end up putting a half unit on it. But maybe I'll stay away just so I don't jinx it for you. How about that?
Maybe vice versa. Maybe we just
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. You stay with what the hell you're doing. I'll stay with what the hell I'm doing.
For sure.
All right, sounds
Okay,
good. Speaking about what the hell I'm doing, second best bet of the day coming from your boy, the Mid-Major King has now entered the chat, my friends.
Hey.
There is one game that caught my eye here today, and it is the matchup between the UNCG Spartans, that is the University of North Carolina Greensboro Spartans, against the UMBC Terriers. Now, I cannot tell you right off the top of my dome what the hell UMBC stands for, but I love the UMBC Terriers today at the -3.5. I caught them -3.5. I saw it at -3 now on some books, dropped down to 2.5. But let me explain something to you. We've seen this line movement time and time again so far early on in the season as the books see a public dog. They move a line that shouldn't be moved whatsoever. It's in the right spot just to get more bettors to back the side. This is that Fugazi line movement that I keep talking about week in and week out, and I think you do not need to worry about it going down to 2 or back to 3 or up to 4, wherever it goes, because UNCG is the public's darling. They were a great team last year. They were a very solid team last year, but they're not doing quite the same so far this year. I'll tell you a little bit about that, but it's right at 3.5 here for a reason, my friends, or 3, especially with the UNCG having a better record overall right now. So that being said, UNCG is 7-4 straight up, 4-6 ATS overall on the season, but on the road, they haven't played the best. It's actually where they play their worst ball. They're 1-2 straight up and ATS on the road, and they're only averaging 56.3 points per game away from their home hardwood. Compare that to UMBC, that's 5-5 straight up, 4-5 against the number. You say, how in the world can UNCG be the dog when they have such a better record? Exactly. That is why they're the underdogs in this spot. The books are setting you up. Do not do it. Lay the points with the Terriers, because even though they haven't been great overall, They've had very limited opportunities on their home hardwood, and they have been solid there. 3-0 straight up, 2-0 ATS at home. They are severely undervalued here because they've averaged 93.7 points per game on their home hardwood. I know it is a far stretch to say that we are going to continue to see that. We'll obviously see some regression, but that is a far cry from the 56.3 from the Spartans. Couple other keys for me, my friends. UMBC tempo is what it's going to come down to. They're 37th in the nation in tempo, going up against UNCG's 347th ranked tempo. Also, another thing I found, got a little deeper into some possession length stats here, going a little bit longer with the stats. 44th on the offensive side of the ball for UMBC in possession length, 187th in defensive possession length for UNCG. So I think this tempo even further solidifies my point as to why the tempo is going to be a critical factor here and lean in favor of the Terriers. Turnovers is also going to be a huge thing, my friends. And if anybody's coughing up the rock, it's going to be the Spartans. They're 23rd on the offensive side of the ball in turnover percentage per KenPom, where the Spartans are 348th. So I like the Terriers to win the turnover battle and build themselves a nice lead, but I really like them to seal the deal at the free throw line. 13th in free throw rate per KenPom, averaging 80.3% from the charity stripe, whereas the Spartans are 152nd in free throw rate per KenPom with a 72.5% average from the stripe. Give me all of the Terriers today, my friends, minus the 3, minus the 3.5, down to 2.5. Wherever the books want to put it, I will take it because you don't need to believe me. You can simply just believe the trends. UMBC 5-1-1 ATS last 7 as a favorite, 4-1 ATS last 5 as a home favorite. They're also 4-1 ATS last 5 versus a team with a losing road record, and the Spartans. I can't make this up, kids. They're 1-5-1 ATS their last 7 Thursday games, and my friends, don't do what everybody else is doing. We say it multiple times. When they're all zigging, just come on over with us and start zagging. Everybody's going to be rushing to the Spartans today. You will see it across all of social media, all of your tracking apps. Don't fall into the trap. Back the Terriers. Whatever number you see it, but I caught it at minus 3.5. For my second best bet of the day.
I love it, partner. To clarify and help you out, it is University Maryland, Baltimore County. I knew it was Maryland, Baltimore. Didn't know what the C stood for, though.
I thought so,
didn't know
too,
what the C. Wasn't sure if it was college, but that wouldn't make sense to be University Maryland, Baltimore College, University and college. No, that wouldn't make sense.
Not at all.
I do like it. I think the whole theme of the show was going to be a little zig while everyone zags as far as Chargers, the under, UMBC. So I like it, partner. I do like it.
And even a little 76ers there, too.
A little bit.
Not even a little bit.
We'll see how the day progresses, but I think so.
Most definitely. So there you go. There you have it. I only got 2 picks coming at you today, my friends. One from the college basketball hardwood, the other from the NFL gridiron. There you go. There you have it. My best bets of the day. All right. Let's keep it moving. Third segment of the day. So we'll have a little bit longer of a second half of the show today. We can talk a little bit extra shit. Special play of the day. It is the aforementioned at the top of the show, Twofer TNF Tuddie Parlay. That's right. We have selected 2 anytime touchdown scorers from tonight's Thursday Night Football matchup, and we have decided to combine them in a parlay. In a same-game parlay of sorts that is paying out at over 30-1 odds. Partner, I'm going to let you do it. I'll fill in the holes, I'll fill in the blanks, but dish out today's juicy of the juiciest, quite possibly the one of the juiciest parlays we've had in a long time, the Twofer TNF Tuddie Parlay.
Well, my friend, we are selecting on at least do your line shopping for us, please, because the 2 most popular books that we use are very different on this one. But a couple of, for our CBD stoner friends out there, a couple of plus 420 player prop touchdown scores jammed together to get what you so kindly mentioned as, at this moment in time, plus 34.87 odds. We are taking the QBs to both find the damn end zone, Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes.
Let's go!
I honestly, obviously, be who you can afford to be. We're going with a small sprinkle on this one because it is a nice big juicy payout. But I believe both these guys have 2 rushing touchdowns on the season. Patrick Mahomes got one a couple weeks ago. Herbert ways behind us in the past. But But partner, we were looking at these options, and as far as the value, as far as the payout, Tyreek Hill was some long odds. Who was the other one I'm blanking on? Austin Eckler was a long one.
I got them all right in front of me right here.
Lay them down. I'm forgetting on the numbers.
So yeah, Austin Eckler minus 155. I think he'll get in, no problem, no harm, no foul. But the Chargers are going to score more often than not. So then you got to look at Mike Williams plus 145, Keenan Allen plus 150, or Jalen Guyton plus 240. Now, I have it in my mind that the Kansas City Chiefs defense are really going to shut down Keenan Allen. I mean, not shut down, but they're going to have eyes on him all day long and twice on Sunday. So then it comes down to who do you want to pick between Mike Williams and Jalen Guyton? I don't think we need to pick either one because I don't know that either one necessarily gets into the end zone with their odds. Jalen Guyton plus 240, Keenan Allen plus 150 have not been super profitable spots. Okay, How about the Chiefs? Tyreek Hill minus 140. I don't know. With those odds, it's not always that predictable that Tyreek's going to get in the end zone. Travis Kelce, I could probably buy it minus 105. CEH plus 120. Darrell Williams plus 170. And then outside of that, you get into Byron Pringle at plus 290. DeMarcus Robinson plus 360. So at that point, it's throwing darts at a board. And what I see, my friend, is both the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers finding themselves on the goal line at some point in time. And instead of the Kansas City Chiefs running a gadget play that is a pass, they are going to run a gadget play that allows Patty Mahomes to hit the A gap and find the sacred side. And very similar to that play, you're going to see one from the Los Angeles Chargers because, hey, we got to keep the body guessing. We got to keep division opponents on their toes, and we got to keep the film fresh. So you said it, partner. Only 2 rushing touchdowns for both of these guys, both separate, so 4 in total for these 2 quarterbacks. Maybe just shock the world and they both end up in the end zone. I say so. You say so. Anything else in closing on the Twofer TNF Tuddie Parlay?
Maybe a little Philly special action, a little Justin Herbert receiving touchdown. How about that? I'll speak that one into existence for us. But as far as all these other guys, I mean, you mentioned it. Travis Kelce's really the only one that I think has any actual value at minus 105. Because CEH, man, I'm a fan of his in general. But as far as a touchdown scorer, he's not really a goal line back. I'm not saying he won't get in. I'm not saying you shouldn't put your money on him. But I don't think that's a significant amount of value. He's only got 5 total touchdowns on the season. I think that should be in the plus 150, plus 175 range. So maybe down at plus 120, they think that he's going to get in. But you and I both think it's not going to be a 35 to 30 type game. I think each team might only have 3 touchdown scores. So at the price we got it, I think it's worth a little bit of a sprinkle, my friends. I like it a lot.
100%. One final time. Justin Herbert, anytime touchdown score, plus 420 odds on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Shout out, free plug. And Patrick Mahomes, anytime touchdown score, also plus 420 on the anytime touchdown score market on the FanDuel Sportsbook. Lock both of those in. You get plus 3,539 odds to be exact. Over 30. Over 35 to 1 odds payout for crying out loud. Not over 30 to 1, over 35 to 1. Small sprinkle. Be who you can afford to be. But let's get that sumbitch to the pay window. All right, without further ado, my friends, if you missed anything, if you couldn't stick around for any of my best bets, any of Mag's best bets, maybe you just missed the special play, I don't know. You know what time it is. It's time to recap all of me and my partner's best bets of the day. Now, as per usual, my friends, I typically forget what the hell I'm doing over here, and that I still have to produce the show at the same time that I have to talk and keep it moving and keep it grooving. So, one brief moment here as yours truly shares the old screen so we can get some stuff looking well. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, rip out your sports books, whatever one is your favorite. Take out your paper and your pens and pencils, definitely pencils if you are an accident-prone human being, or whatever mode you use to take stock of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day, because for the first time on this gorgeous Thursday of bets, now live on your screen are the TTL Crew's best bets of the day. Ooh, if you would so kindly, live from the beautiful SoFi Stadium, Turn your attention up to the left corner of your screen, right around the nosebleed sections. You'll see RMags picks of the day. 2 of them coming at you. He's got the Philadelphia 76ers +1, okay with the movement up to +2, and he's also taken the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Los Angeles Chargers under 52.5. Turn your attention directly to the right side of that top right corner of your screen, in the middle of the mega screen, the infinity screen. We are going to be infinitely cashing these 2 tickets, these 4 tickets, my friends. Number 1, coming from me, college basketball hardwood, the UMBC Terriers, -3.5, okay with the Fugazi line movement down to -2.5, and I am taking the Los Angeles Chargers on one of the setup lines of the year at the +3 key number. If you would also so kindly turn your attention directly above us to today's special play. We're bringing it back, ladies and gentlemen. The Thursday night Twofer Tuddie Parlay. The 2 anytime touchdown scorers on that are both quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, to both find the sacred side, paying out at over 35-1 odds. We are getting all 5 of these plays to the pay window. I'm putting it into existence right now. I don't give a damn what you say. I don't care what you think. I'm doing this for me. So fuck the world, feed it beans. I'm gassed up if this thing is stopping me. Big Eminem fan. However, we need you, my friends, before we can do all of that too. Lock them in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down. Whatever you need to say, just make sure you get today's TTL Crew Best Bets of the Day in it, whatever the current best line is on your favorite sports book.
Ooh, baby. We're hanging this one from the rafters if this one gets to the window, dude.
150%, bro. Hey, look, that is 5 winners to me. It's getting to the pay window. It is getting to the pay window. It is getting to the pay window. Hey, look at me right now so we can clip this. It is getting to the pay window. Let's go. All right.
Philly special.
TTL Crew's best
How
bets
about
of the day.
2 Philly specials?
That would be insane. That would be fucking insane. Okay. You see the other, let's see, what am I trying to say?
Dice
Words, letterings, on the screen there, Moneyline Dice roll. What the hell is TSU versus CSU? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because it is now in the ticker, and we're getting out of here and back to the main page, because it's time for today's Moneyline Dice roll of the day between the Tennessee State, I can't even remember, Tennessee State Tigers and the Charleston Southern Buccaneers. You see it in the ticker, but partner, we don't have any lines. We don't know who's the home team. We don't know who the away team is. We don't have a damn clue what the spread is right now or the total. So would you be so kind as to indulge us all while I get our honorable guest, the cubicle guest, to be the all-knowing Moneyline Dice, ready for action. And once you do, I'll pop back in, and we'll get to rolling.
All right, most definitely. So this one I do believe has moved a little bit in favor of Tennessee State. We've got the Tennessee State Tigers on the road at Charleston Southern Buccaneers. Tennessee State, the road favorite of -3. I do believe it was -2 about an hour ago when we looked, partner. It is now -3 in favor of Tennessee State. The over-under is 142.5. I don't know about you, Mid-Major King, but I don't know the darndest damn thing about either one of these 2 teams. Maybe a little bit. I've seen them pop up here and there, but can't say I've kept close tabs on either of them.
Thing number 1, Tennessee State sucks.
Yeah.
Thing number 2, Charleston Southern sucks.
Yeah.
Thing number 3, this game is going to suck.
Yeah.
But thing number 4, I think we're going to cash a ticket, my friend. So I'm excited. I actually know that this line opened up at 1.5. I was interested in it. I was going to give it out. I'm kind of pissed that because I was going to give out Tennessee State. I was interested in it, but I could not get all the way in the boat. So hopefully that's the side we go to. I think it's going to have plenty value to go all the way up. But hey, what the fuck do I know? This ain't my pick. It's
right.
a Moneyline Dice roll. So, one more time.
Sorry to cut back in. Is that a win over Tarleton State, I believe it is? Their last game out, December the 5th, as plus 16.5 dogs. So,
yeah.
Maybe that's inflated with Tarleton State's hanging with Gonzaga. So, yeah, I still don't know. I would also say Tennessee State, but who the hell do I know? What do I know?
Who am I? I got no clue. What I do know, partner, is that you're one hell of a handicapper when it comes to your plays and things that you enjoy. And I would like to hope that you and the viewers out there think the same of me. And you're one hell of a co-host, and I would hope that they would think I'm one hell of a host. But we have to bring a guest in that may know more than us, because we don't know shit about shit when it comes to this. So, without further ado, my friend, They're here. They're ready. They are live in prime time. The Moneyline Dice. All right. First roll of the day. Tennessee State at Charleston Southern. Are we going to the home team Buccaneers or are we going to the away team Tigers? Regardless of whatever fucking team it is, if they got Tigers, go Tigers. Go Tigers. Either way, we all find out for the first time in 3, in 2, in 1. Home team.
Home team Charleston State, okay.
Charleston
Tennessee State's Tiger logo looks like an old school LSU logo, if I'm being totally honest with you.
Charleston Southern, we're all having all types of fucking issues with the team names here. I said Texas State, Tennessee, you said Charleston State. Now we're all over the fucking map.
Oh, jeez. I meant Tennessee State has a similar logo. The Tennessee State Tigers logo is looking like an old school LSU logo.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Okay, so the Dice have not selected Tennessee State. They have decided to go with Charleston Southern. And look at those hands about through the dice off the screen, but they are still here. Second roll, Moneyline or ATS. Are we getting super juicy with a plus money poly Moneyline play, or are we just going to the spread and taking a couple extra points? We all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. ATS.
Okay, plus the 3.
ATS. You see it there. ATS. Okay. Wild card roll. Skip all the nonsense. You know the drill. We all find out what the hell the dice are formally deciding in 3, in 2, in 1. Away ATS. Away.
That's a reroll.
That is a reroll. Away ATS.
Reroll,
Away ATS. Yeah, you can kind of see the way it blurs.
Probably pretty worthy for this goofy ass matchup. The dice say,
Sure
"What the
enough.
hell you got us doing over here?"
Sure enough. So once again, we roll the home or away die. We once again find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Home team once again.
Home team again. Okay.
Okay, they said we're not joking around about that. All right.
What's the record for rerolls? 5, I think.
I think so. ATS or Moneyline. Hopefully we're not on that track here today, but in 3, in 2, in 1, shoot. ATS once again.
Okay, plus 3.
ATS and wild card roll once again in 3, in 2, in 1. Home Moneyline.
Hey, okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Dice. Did the same thing to you yesterday, and I said, I don't know, Dice, and they cashed 2 tickets for us. I don't know.
Are you sure? I'll say you gotta be fucking sure. I will not. If you're getting hot, okay? You're getting hot, but you're approaching fade tip. Oh, fine. Okay, fine. The dice have spoken. If you want to guaranteed take 2 tickets to the window, you hear it here first. 2 tickets to the window. I can't believe I'm saying it myself because I was on the opposite side, but in the dice we trust. Hammer in right here, right now for a half unit. As always on the Moneyline Dice rolls. The Charleston Southern Buccaneers plus 3. And for a quarter unit or whatever additional little sprinkle you want, hammer down also on the Buccaneers Moneyline.
Thank you, Dice.
Thank you, Dice.
Hell do I know? Thank you, Dice.
I don't know shit about shit most of the time, so hopefully these cubicle objects know more than me about this game. Because hopefully, you know what? They've probably been listening to me talking about this Fugazi line movement, and they're like, boys, just relax. It's all good. We got your back. So, all right, whatever you say, Dice. Sleep well.
1,500 bets on that bad boy is pretty atypical for a matchup of this size. It's usually like 200 bets down on that thing. So I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I think it's just because there was absolutely zero action going on, and everybody thinks they are a college basketball sharp today. So there you go. There you have it. Moneyline Dice roll of the day, taking the Charleston Southern Buccaneers plus the 3 and additional sprinkle on the money line. Okay, well, that sure seems like the first half of the show. We knocked everything out. If you missed any of our picks or the recap, everything like that, I already mentioned it, but follow us on the Action app, RMags, at RMags in all caps. I am at cash_with_Colt. The TTL best bets of the day from every single show are at Talking the Line. You can also follow our board, Talking the Line, obviously, on the Chalkboard app. Download it on the App Store and follow them at Chalkboard HQ. Dive in one of our boards, or are in our board, and dive in one of our channels and go back and forth with us. We're always in there. We want to talk shit with you guys, have some fun, because much like our legendary guest from yesterday's Season 2, Episode number 4 of the Wise Words Pod, Mr. Ted Mauzé said, betting is better together. Cannot agree more. So come join us on Chalkboard. He is actually the co-founder and CEO of that Chalkboard app, if you did not know. And last but not least, if you don't have one of those apps or you don't feel like downloading it quite yet, but I highly suggest you do, head on over to your local internet browser, pull up a chair, and type in talkingtheline.com, where you will find all of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day on the Today's Best Bets tab. Who would have known? You can actually bet right from our website, and we have loads of additional content. So check it all out. It's all there for you at talkingtheline.com. Okay, partner, before we segue into second half of the show here, any betting news, any other thing betting regarding your plays of the day, anything else you needed to get out in regards of our special play, the Moneyline Dice roll, anything else before we segue into the second half here and dive back into all the drama that everybody else is talking about?
As far as these plays today, no, sir. A little bit of, as you mentioned, we're segueing into it, but some minor NFL updates for this weekend is all I'm seeing so far.
All right. Well, we will get into all of that for the second half of the show, but kicking things off, as always, partner. Anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you have been dying to get out to the kind folks that joined us on episode number 184 of the Talking the Line podcast on this absolutely beautiful December the 16th in the year 2021.
All right, my friend. How about a little Thursday trivia action as far as tonight's two NFL teams are concerned?
Sign me up again.
You fucking smoked the old Thanksgiving trivia a couple, what was it, last week, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, yeah.
2 weeks ago, yeah. Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago. Maybe we just do trivia Thursdays. How about that?
I like that. I like that. Big trivia guy over here makes us all smarter. I love it.
Alrighty, so you know me, I'm a big, sports history fan. As far as the Chiefs' all-time passing touchdown leader, who's number one, my friend?
Chiefs' all-time passing touchdown leader.
How about this? I've got the top five written down. If you, a point scale, number 5 will give you 1 point, number 4 will give you 2 points, and so on until number 1 gives you 5 points. How about that?
Okay, not really sure how you're going to tee it up, but hit me with it.
No, I'm telling you to guess. Who's top 5 on the Chiefs' all-time passing touchdown leader list?
Oh, I thought you just said you're going to give me the top 5. So now
no.
we're
So
change the rules, and I got to make.
That's
Oh
not what
boy,
I'm saying.
here we go. So now I got to guess the top 5, and you give me points for each one that I guess. Right? I don't fucking know where to start with this. What the fuck? Chad Henne, is he on the list anywhere? Okay, is Patrick Mahomes anywhere on the top 5?
Yes, he is number 2.
He is always fucking number 2. Well, Jiminy
two
Christmas,
already,
I would say he was
141.
like number 4.
There's a couple more you could get.
I have zero clue.
Oh,
Zero clue. I don't even know where to start.
Who was right before Patrick Mahomes?
Alex Smith.
Yep, he's number 5.
Okay. Would have never guessed that in a million fucking years.
One other one in the 2000s. One other one in the 2000s.
I got no idea,
You'll
dude.
know when I say it.
I have no idea.
All right, fair enough. This was tough. These are tough ones.
I don't have a fucking clue on this one.
All right, Len Dawson is number 1. That one's tough. 1962, 1975, 237 touchdowns.
Cool. Never heard of Len Dawson in my life.
Mahomes is number 2. Trent Green is number 3.
Never heard of Trent Green in my life. I'll admit it.
Right.
I'll admit it. I don't. I'm sure if I did a little bit of research, I'd be like, oh yeah, Trent Green. But Trent Green, I would have no in a million in 2 years. Never.
Sorry.
Never.
Well, you're whipping on this damn trivia, my friend.
Yeah,
Receiving
it's not
touchdowns
good.
in Chiefs history. You can get some of these ones. Receiving touchdowns in Chiefs history, top 5. I know you can get some of these because a couple of them are on the damn team right now.
Okay. Well, we'll start with the less obvious then. Tony Gonzalez on that list?
There you go, number 1.
Oh, wow. Hey, okay. Then obviously we got to have the other tight end, Mr. Kelsey. He's on the
Number
list.
5. Number 5. He could jump up into 3 and 4 are tied. So and he's only 2 back of those guys. So
I would believe Mr. Cheetah is on the list as well.
Tied for 3rd. One of those. He's got 55. Kelsey's got 53. There's one.
So is there a tie for 3 and then 2 and 4?
Okay, so you got 3 of the 5 that you're going to get. The other 2 you're not going to get. I don't even know who these dudes are. Okay. Otis Taylor, 65 to 75, and Chris Burford, 55 as well. So
Burford maybe, but I would have never guessed it in a million years.
60 to 67? 1960 to 67?
I mean, I feel like I've heard it like in a Peyton's Places or some shit, but like,
maybe.
I don't know.
Okay. Tough ones, hey.
Yeah, dude, goodness gracious.
Sorry.
Take it easy on your boys. Sending my freaking brain into a tailspin right now. I can't. But it was kind of funny. You said tied for third. Well, if they were tied for third, then what the hell's going on with fourth and fifth? I was trying to, like, figure that all out in my brain.
Well, 3 and 4 are tied,
then
technically,
they're just, like,
so it's
three
third,
other...
and then...
I got you.
All right.
There you go.
Couple
okay.
more.
All right.
Chargers touchdown passing leaders of all time. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Justin Herbert's number 6. Who's number 1? I know who's number 1 in Chargers passing touchdown leader.
I don't want to sound dumb, but Phillip Rivers.
Easy, 397.
Okay. 397. Jiminy Christmas. That's about as many kids as he's fucking got. What?
Any other guesses as far as who would be top 5? Justin Herbert's number 6. Any other random guesses as far as who would be top 5? There's one that's interesting. That's why I wrote it down as well.
So I'm kind of trying to think. This one I don't know where the fuck I would like. Outside of like one old quarterback and one new quarterback, I have no idea. Just like I did with the Chiefs, I have no idea any of the quarterback situation for the last decade for the Chargers. So
Dan Fouts is number 2, 254.
Okay.
Yeah. Drew Brees, number 5 all time in Chargers passing touchdown leader, 2001 to 2005. Yeah.
Wow.
Justin Herbert will probably pass him up. Herbert's got 61. Brees had 80 for him. Played for a few years there. He's got 80. All right, last one, and this was a lot tougher than I was.
Dude, this one got me, dude. Damn.
Hey, well, making us all smarter as far as NFL history. Chargers receiving touchdowns. You should be able to get a couple of them. One of them's on the team.
Touchdowns. I would, you ain't got to tell me that because I would probably figure Keenan Allen would find himself firmly supplanted on that top 5 list. What number is he?
He's number 5, 46 touchdowns.
Okay. You have to put Antonio Gates on there.
Number 1, easy, 116.
Okay, you have to put him on there. That was the first one came to mind. I wanna something. No, because this is the first year that he's played. That doesn't make no sense. Never mind. He's on the team still. Yeah, he's still on the team. Never mind.
I don't think you're gonna get these ones, honestly.
I'm trying to think if there was anybody else I could think of in between that time. Would they have been like within the last decade or last 2 decades?
60s and 70s.
Yeah, then never mind. I ain't got fucked.
These ones. Lance Allworth, 81. Gary Garrison, 58. And Charlie Joyner, 47.
Gary Garrison, hell of a fucking name there.
Gary Garrison. That's what I thought,
too. Big fan of some Gary Garrison.
But, I have to imagine these record books for both these teams are, the next 5 years going to be a little different. But not terrible, man. I mean, there was a few that were some tough ones. I'm surprised you're not I'm not hating on you by this. Trent Green was, that's who threw a lot of touchdowns to Tony Gonzalez there in the 2000s there. I just
didn't I didn't start watching football, to be honest with you, till like 2012. Just I didn't dive deep into football. Like I always knew it was there and I'd watch it. No, I like the Bears, but I didn't understand it like I do now and just absolutely love it like until then. So yeah, like I didn't know if Trent Green when I was that young, like Trent Green didn't fucking matter to me. Like Tony Gonzalez did, but Trent Green didn't matter. So that's why that doesn't ring any bells. But yeah. There you go. There you have it. A little bit of Thursday Night Football, 2 teams trivia. How about that to go along with our Twofer Thursday Night Football Tuddie Parlay? All a bunch of T's going on there, my friend. Okay, let's stick with the NFL. The big old glaring elephant in the room. Urban Meyer gets the shit can from Duval County. He's out. He's gone. It is over with. Now, before you jump
good memories.
Good memories. We've had some good memories over the course of the last September, October, November, about 4 months here. We've made some good memories. They broke it down this morning on Get Up, and I honestly forgot the whole Tim Tebow saga. Didn't forget, but like just was
feels
like
ages ago with how it's like not even top 5.
It was like a month and a half ago. Like it wasn't even that fucking long ago. I was like, holy shit, that literally just happened in October. Like what in the hell? One thing I will say, and I'm interested to get your perspective on this too, because anybody who knows me, I'm kind of like, stop fucking bubble wrapping society, like, buck up buttercup, let's fucking go. It's time to get after it. Especially, it's just that kind of entrepreneur get after it mindset. That's just what it is. Fuck it. I don't need a cookie. I don't need your fucking handout. But what do you think about this whole Josh Lambo situation? Like, I am really interested, like, to be a fly on the fucking wall. Because, like, you'll never know how truly hard that kick was. Because in my mind, like, obviously playing sports for a lot of years, obviously not in, like, college or at this level, whatever. So I'm talking out of my ass as an average Joe on his couch right now. But for knowing what I know from coaches, like, and from the context of how he kind of started to tee it up, it just seems like to me, like, hey, dipshit, make your kicks. Like, yeah, he probably missed a couple of fucking kicks. Hey, dipshit, makes your kicks. Now, if that was a more tenured coach, 150%. I think the problem with it is that it's Urban Meyer, and then that there was already so much shit. And then, if I'm not mistaken, Lambeau got cut from the team, right? Or is he still on the team? Or
he's a free agent.
Yeah, so he got cut from the team. So he's sitting around. Okay, and look. You can be mad at me all you fucking want, but he's sitting around pissed off as a motherfucker that old Urban's getting all this publicity and this, that, and the third. And look, see, even more shit's coming out about him. How about I spill the beans? And you know what? Maybe it's not as bad as I'm going to make it sound, but I'm going to make it sound pretty daggone bad. And then we all wake up this morning and fucking old Herb is out of Jacksonville. I don't know. I'm not saying it's like he's making it up by any means, not like that. No. But it just seems like it was one of those just like, hey, dipshit, make your kicks, like whatever. And it was just kind of like with the circumstances and what's going on now. And even though that happened when Lambeau was still on the team, that just the straw that broke the camel's back. If so.
For sure. I mean, definitely the straw.
Am I far off base, or what are you thinking about that situation? Situation all in general, too. I mean, insane.
I mean, I definitely pushed it over the edge. The way he said it was like not a love tap. He didn't kick the shit out of me, but it wasn't a love tap either. I just think for someone, Josh Lambeau's a 31-year-old grown-ass man, and you kicked him in the leg. How he makes his fucking money. I think Josh Lambeau was like, I'm not a 19-year-old dumbass, dude. Do not kick me in the fucking leg. I would have done the exact same thing. I probably would have walked out of practice. I would have said, forget you, dude. Get me the hell out of here. You're not going to kick me in the damn leg. I kick whoever I want. I'm the head ball coach. Screw you, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking
dumb. I'm out on it, man. Because maybe you're right. Yeah. I mean, because it's like the timing of it. It's like obviously like all this
isn't that
2 weeks at a time, things are piling up on Urban.
Yeah,
from that standpoint, I understand where you're coming from with that. Because it's like 2 weeks at a time here. We're getting some Urban Meyer news. And, we haven't heard anything. Well, that's not true. It was like last week, actually. So it was starting to be like 1 week at a time. I don't know, man. All I know is I think it's well-deserved that he gets out of there. But what else you got?
Well, I'll agree with you, too, because I think this is why shows like ours are good, Mags, because I have one opinion, you have the other, and we can meet in the middle and fucking talk about shit that people are flying off the handle about this morning. But I will agree with you also in the fact that I just think that there's no way Urban should have done that. Either way, it doesn't fucking matter. You
could say those words too.
Like hey, dipshit, make your kicks. Like the kick, and you said it, being a grown man. Like, this isn't fucking recruiting class. This isn't your recruiting freshman. Like, this is a man who gets paid hundreds and thousands of dollars to kick a ball, and you just kicked him in. Okay, granted, maybe this is a little bit over the top too, but hey, it was the leg and the hip that kept me out of 12 games last year. Like, I get that, but you're a football player at the end of the day, too. Like, come on, be a little tough. But also, I see the side of the coin, like, what the fuck are you doing? This is my job. This is what I do. I'm not your little collegiate bitch anymore. Sorry, Urban. And I think I would be the same. You know me. I don't hold no bones about it. I think if anybody I don't know or fuck with in that sense, whether if I know them or not, and they came up and kicked me in the ass, I would probably be, and here you go. Here's full disclaimer. You plan on doing that to me at any point in time. You see me face to face. You think you're joking around. You just heard it from Mags. Just full disclaimer, you might fucking get turned around and catch a fuck. Just a quick blade, and then you'll wonder what the fuck happened as you're just leaking down the side of your face. So yeah, I think I agree with you, because I don't think I would fucking take too kindly to that, honestly, either.
I obviously could not. I've never been a kicker in my life. I don't know that I could put myself in the shoes. If I'm a 19-year-old and that shit happens to me, I'm like,
I'm pissed.
I'd piss, but I'd probably, okay, what? I'm a college, whatever. I'm a 31-year-old grown man who's been on this team for the last 4 years, and obviously not an all-pro kicker by any means. I don't think.
Not Lambeau.
I mean, obviously got cut, so he was kind of getting to scrub territory, but still, man, I'd tell him to go screw himself too. What I want to know is like, if maybe he was just like kind of just being like, whatever, I don't need to release this. But then some of the other dudes were like, yo, dude, I saw that shit. Like, we're so sick of him. Please tell somebody what happened. That's kind of what I'm wondering.
Yeah,
right.
Seriously.
Because, like, how does Josh Lambo, because, like, I agree with you as far as, like, the timing of it, but how does Josh Lambo benefit from it now? Like, you know, he's still just not a very good kicker anymore. So I don't really know that he stands to benefit from this at all, you know?
I don't think it's going to miraculously get him out of free agency onto a team, but it might got him paid by NBC or ESPN or whoever the fuck's covering it and putting out the interview, whoever that. Got him a little extra payday, get him through free agency for a little while longer. Because, Lambo wasn't, I mean, he's not a star-studded kicker by any means. Hey, I'm not a fucking kicker at all. I would never I would never even dream of making an NFL team as a kicker. No way, no how. The only way I could probably make an NFL team is if I tried out to be the left-out water boy. Probably about the only way I could grace my presence on a football field. No fucking way. I looked at what really solidified it for me, partner. Don't know if you guys saw me tweet this out, but I retweeted a Myles Garrett tweet. And it was him congratulating old Stephen Curry. Way to go with your threes. Good job. I guess I just didn't realize. But, like, basketball players are really fucking tall, dude. And, like, every time I watch basketball, it always makes me wonder, like, what the fuck was I missing? Like, I ate my vegetables as a kid. I ate my proteins. I took care of my body. I exercised as a little kid, too. And here I sit, 5'8" and 165 pounds with fucking concrete bricks tied to my ankles. And then I look at these guys, it's like, and you were eating McDonald's. What did I miss here? Outside of that, my whole point of this story, before I get into the how I did not get blessed with height rabbit hole, I see Stephen Curry looking Myles Garrett eye to eye. Yeah. Eye to eye, not up, not down. I mean eye to eye. And when Myles Garrett is on the football field, he looks like a fucking freak. He looks like he is 50 times bigger than everybody else on that court. Now, granted, shoulder-wise, out-wise, depth-wise, much bigger than Steph. Right. But the fact that they are the same height, that blew my mind. My brain was oozing out of my ears, dude. I couldn't believe it.
Right, especially because Steph is like known as, coming up, he was always too small, this and that, he's too small, this. Still will talk about him as being, just your perception of him. It's like, he's one of the smallest guys on the floor. Yeah, you're right, man. And, by listing, maybe his shoes boosted him up an inch or two because, Myles Garrett, I'm looking on Google's listed 6'4", Steph Curry 6'2". But, like, I think of the people I knew growing up and, whether in my high school, they're fully grown, like 6'2", 6'3" people, it was like, wow, those people are really fucking tall. And then you think of Steph Curry and he's tiny. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't
have probably.
Steph Curry probably couldn't have. Maybe he could have bulked up. I don't know. You tell me. You think he could have bulked up and been?
Anybody
wide receiver or something. I don't know.
Anybody could have bulked up. Speaking of, can you bulk up? This is a whole nother fucking rabbit hole. Did you see the latest picture of Mystic Mac Conor McGregor?
No.
I did not. My days. It doesn't even look like him. Doesn't even look like him, partner. I thought it was a different human being. Like, his face. His face does not even look the same. He has caught a neck that is about fucking 10 times wider than it was originally. It's on his his Instagram page. No, it's on his Instagram page. Go to his Instagram, and it's like, it was something about McGregor Fast, his new fucking program. His fucking titties got to be at least triple D's by now. His fucking biceps are no shorter than 24-inch pythons. And he's just out just ripping his it is insane. And his face just looks so big. So I'm thinking they extended Nate Diaz's contract in the UFC. Nate ain't cutting no fucking weight no more.
This one?
No, hold on. Let me see.
He looks huge in that picture too.
Yeah,
though.
He looks fucking huge. Let me see if I can find this one and see if I can show it real quick. Because, like, I saw this and it blew my mind. Let's see. Notorious M.A.
Is it this one?
Yes, that one, bro. That's him.
That's him?
Zoom in on his chest. It's his fucking tattoos. That's him. Yes, that's him. I know. It doesn't look like him. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. I'm like, where are you looking? It's right there. That is Conor fucking McGregor. Look at that picture on his Instagram. If you follow him on Instagram, that is Conor McGregor. So hear me out. This is why I mentioned it. Insane. Insane. This is why I mentioned it. We just heard yesterday that Nate Diaz's contract got extended by the UFC. Why? Right. Makes no sense.
Right.
That goofy bastard ain't cutting no weight anymore. He's fighting at 170 or nothing. Mystic Mac looks like that. He ain't fighting at 155, I don't think. I think he's done jacking around with the 55 title. I think he's going to try and fuck around at 170. We see the trilogy between him and Diaz, finally, after waiting forever and ever and ever. We see that one. I think we also see Dustin and potentially Diaz too before we see anything. I think we see that at 170 as well because Dustin looked thick. Dustin looked thick at 155. I think he could make 172. If Conor looks like that, get out of here, dude. He doesn't even look like I saw that this morning. I had to knock the sleep out of him. I was like, bro, no, is this like an ad? And I zoomed in on his chest, and you see McGregor and his fucking Jaguar, and I was like, what the fuck?
That's why I was like, that's not him. That's not him.
Yeah,
and then the picture before that, I was like, is this him? Or, I mean, obviously it was him. Is this the one you're talking about? He looks huge in that one.
Obviously, he's like doing that, so it makes his face look even bigger, but it doesn't even look like him. He's fucking huge. He's huge.
I'm glad you went down this way. And you mentioned Dustin. He said something, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before on Ariel Helwani's show, I do believe, where he said, I might never fight at 155 again or something along those lines. So I think you're right, dude. And I haven't been 100% tapped into it, but I keep seeing all this beef as far as, Diaz along with the Dustin Poirier. I saw Masvidal throwing some shade somewhere else. I don't know, man. Because these fights, like, you tell me, like, these fights really aren't going to get these guys necessarily on the trajectory to fighting for the belt, but they make ass loads of money. So, I mean, if you're Dustin Poirier and you're not staying at 155 to, continue fighting for the belt, do you think he has any legitimate shot at fighting at 170 for the belt? Which I kind of think no. So it honestly sounds like a money play to me.
I don't think Conor does either, to be honest with you. I mentioned this to you off the show, and if you know me in any capacity whatsoever, you know Mystic Mac is one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Sure.
And not just because the aura he has now, but the aura that he has held since he was fighting in Cage Warriors, just like Paddy Pimblett started his. I think Paddy Pimblett's going to be that next Conor McGregor.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to see. I mean, I've been watching Paddy Pimblett in Cage Warriors forever before he even made the jump to the UFC. But I'm talking about Conor McGregor. I've been a huge fan of him for so long, and I just don't see him making a run at 155 anymore. I just don't see it. Charles Oliveira is too fucking dominant. It's too stacked. There's too much shit. I really don't even see him holding a candle to Kamaru. For all of you who are wondering who the hell I'm talking about, it's Kamaru Usman, not Kamaru Usman. Kamaru Usman. I like to pronounce their names correctly because they are human beings at the end of the day, not just fucking fighters who get in human cockfighting for our enjoyment. I don't think he holds a candle to Usman, to be honest with you. So I think that this is going to be kind of a money play, like you said, between kind of some of these old dogs. I don't even want to fucking call Conor an old dog. I don't want to call Dustin an old dog, Nate either, because they're not old, but in fighting terms, they are getting up there. And this might be like last 3 fights we see on all of their contracts. I was surprised as hell that Nate Diaz got another 3 fights. That's what a UFC contract is. And so if you don't know the background of it too, so Dana promises a fighter 3 fights a year, period, point blank, period. If that fighter is not guaranteed and given 3 fights, it says it in every one of their contracts, during that year, then Dana pays him like it's a shitload of money, like a stupid amount of money. And however, if a fighter is offered a fight and denies it and then comes under the 3-fight-a-year limit, they do not get that bonus. So
interesting. He
made a comment a while back ago when this kind of started resurfacing about the contract rules and regulations. He made a comment of, well, I've been paying Nate Diaz a shitload of money. So I've been offering him fucking fights. He's turning them down. It's not my fault he's not fighting 3 times a year, barely fighting 1 time a year. So they got to have some early fucking plans for him in 2022 if they decided to give him another 3 fights, because that makes no sense to me whatsoever. So I think we're going to see some early activity from Diaz. He's been chirping on fucking Twitter for the last 3 months, dude. So I think at some point in time you got to give him something. Maybe Khamzat, maybe Chimaev, who knows? Maybe that bubbles up out of nowhere.
Maybe.
Khamzat runs through Nate.
The alternative, if any of these guys are trying to elevate back through these divisions for the title, I mean, they'll have like good matchups as far as fights, but it's not going to be, it'll be like Connor versus, and maybe this is totally off base, but Connor versus Gregor Gillespie. And no one, like, everyone's like, what's that about? And everyone's like, oh, okay, Connor's just trying to get back into the mix. And that's not going to be, I mean, obviously people will buy that, but that's not the, that's probably about 50% of what it would be, or like money purse as far as compared to one of these other guys we were talking about.
Yeah.
So,
and somebody, I just saw too, somebody who's starting to fall under the radar at 170 is Neil Magny. Neil Magny is just not getting talked about at all, and I think he needs to, because I think he's going to be in the running pretty damn soon rather than later. I don't know who steps in and takes out Kamaru, but just law of how things go, man. At some point in time, it's going to get relinquished. I don't know who that guy is right now. I don't even want him to lose it because he's such a good champion, but at some point in time, man, it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to be any of the old dogs that are seemingly trying to make a comeback here at 170 to not have to cut any weight and just go.
He hasn't fought Leon Edwards yet, has he?
No. He has not offhand, as far as I know.
I don't think so. I
At
just
least
went through his last
at least
few.
not for the belt. Not for the belt,
Right.
at least. I don't know if it's been something in the past, but not for the belt. So that would be interesting. I mean, Leon obviously could be next man up. I think he's earned it in some shape or form or fashion, but he almost got fucking put to sleep if Nate Diaz wouldn't have just pointed at him and would have swarmed on him. He would have got the TKO. He was out on his feet. So I don't know. It's interesting to see what's going on in 170. We're going to get a lot of information as to what the hell's going on at heavyweight this upcoming weekend. Fucking Chris Daukaus and Derek Lewis. Did you see what Derek Lewis, shout out the Black Beast, man. Did you see what he said? His fucking presser. Oh, fucking electric. So he's like, oh, yeah. And he goes, so I don't remember who asked him. Somebody was like, oh, so do you see, that Daukaus is a police officer? Do you respect him as a police officer? Whatever. Like, almost, I don't want to say trying to make it political, but like, whatever. And he's like, I fucking support the blue, especially the ones in Houston, like couple of you good guys, you know what I'm talking about. You let me get away with that speeding from time to time, you know, and the only way he can, just got that little shit-eating grin on his face. And he's like, so yeah, I always support the blue, back the blue 150% all the way. I got nothing bad to say about him, whatever. And he goes, now, whoever was asking the question, he goes, so what does that mean for when you guys step in the cage? Is you going to be giving him any extra respect, or like, what is that? He's like, oh, no, man. When you fight a police officer, you're not trying to get Rodney King'd on ESPN, so I can't let it happen. And I fucking lost it. And that classic fucking Derek Lewis shit-eating grin, and I was just like, oh, my gosh. I fucking lost it, dude. I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me. But classic Derek Lewis. We're going to have plenty more of those segments, plenty more of those going around the internet.
He's a madman.
He is a madman. If you don't follow him on Instagram, I highly suggest it. He has the most fucked up, out of this world, insane videos that he posts, and he just 2 words caption, he's okay or she's okay, because it is some of the most banana shit. I've been such a big fan of the Black Beast for the longest time, even since he really started making waves in the heavyweight division, coming up in the UFC as an unranked fighter. He's been a dog for a long time, so I can't wait to see him fight. You just may see him on a little UFC pick blog of mine this upcoming Saturday. Who am I? What do I know? What I do know is I have capped the entire UFC card. We are ready to rock and roll. I won't go through everything. I'll make you wait in anticipation of who I got my eyes on, but I think we'll have about 5 plays from what it looks like. 1, 2, 3 for sure. 4 for sure, and then we might add a little bit, and then I think we're going to have the return of the Don't Bet Against Brazilians parlay as well. Missed it by 1 leg last week. I think we're in the right spot this week to be able to back it. So there you go. There you have it. UFC, a little bit of a rabbit hole there for you. Mags, what's going on in the world of the NFL? Latest and greatest news updates, sir.
Alrighty, my friend. Interested. I'm hoping we get some conversation based off of this. This one specifically, obviously, they're playing my Packers, but Ravens OC Greg Roman reiterated that Lamar is day to day. Wouldn't say whether he's even practicing. He's getting treated around the clock. So to stay right there for a minute, I'm seeing 4.5, 5.5. I do believe it started the week at 6.5. Of course, ass loads of money are coming in on my Packers. Any
what
thoughts?
Difference does it make?
I'm too because you're right. These these so-called trap spots. There's only been really one, that Vikings game, that has actually been a full-on trap. But I don't know. I probably won't bet on the spread in this one. Maybe I will if it gets to a certain spot. I'm serious because this is an interesting matchup. I think the Packers will win, but if we're talking 4.5, 5, and it's moving like this,
hey, you've been visiting the Comedy Store or something, man? Are you trying to get up a gig as a comedian? Holy shit. I've heard it all now. Not taking action on the Packers under a touchdown on a weekend on Sunday. Okay. I'll believe it when I see it, folks. I'll believe it when I see it, folks.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, I'll see like an Aaron Rodgers like, oh, yeah, we're feeling good. Toes are fine. I see you, son of a bitch. I'm in.
No problem. I'm in. No problem. Take my money.
Son of a bitch. I'm in. But seriously, any thoughts as far as that from your side of things? Stay away right now?
Yeah, because I saw it, and I was like, under a touchdown. That's interesting. And initially I saw it, and then, oh, shit, ass loads of money, ass loads of bet coming in on it. And then I was like, oh, well, that hasn't really mattered for the Packers at all. But then now all of this stuff coming out, I think it doesn't even matter for the Packers even more. Yeah, with him saying that it's going to come down to the wire per Greg Roman, down to the wire is what he most recently said. I mean, I don't like I don't know that you can either back either side confidently with
That's what I'm saying.
that big of news coming out. Like, Lamar Jackson moves a fucking number 2-3 points. So, like, I know everybody I got something about closing line value here in a minute, but I know everybody wants to talk about that. But I don't think I don't know. I think you're just going to have to sit around and wait on this one. I don't think there is going to be a closing line value position you can take right now.
Right. Well, beyond the quarterback situation, there is going to be a little bit more, I think, a little bit more sense of urgency at home from the Ravens. They only got that 1-game lead in the division, but the Packers took over the 1 seed with that Cardinals loss the other night, and if they win out, they're the 1 seed. They host through Lambeau. So I don't know what the motives are as far as going into Baltimore and stealing a win or not. I don't know if the Ravens are just going to be throwing the kitchen sink, or maybe, like, is there a world in which they say, all right, if we could win this game, that would be amazing, but we've got a couple division games coming up that we absolutely have to have. Not saying they punt on this one, but is there any thought as far as, all right, maybe we let Lamar sit and then, hope to have him back for these last 3 games, win these last 3 and win the division and get in?
I think so, but I don't think they're going to win the division. Remember, I got my plus 230 Bengals ticket, baby. But yeah.
That doesn't seem very Lamar, though. If he's ready to go, I think he's going.
I think it's a stay away, John. I think that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. So,
all right.
Quickly
Other
back
thing. Oh, sorry.
No,
go ahead.
Pin that. Quickly back to that CLV. We have a great friend of the show, right? Now, I was interested to get your opinion on this. We have a open floor show today. We had a shorter bet and everything. We've been going rocking and rolling here. We have 20 minutes after the top of the 11 hour. Hey, there you go, just like your boy. So I watched the clip yesterday. Before I go into what that clip was about, we have a very good friend of the show, our man, the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharpen, one of our best connection in the industry. We are super tight with him. That all being said, shout out if you are watching Consig. Appreciate the hell out of you. That all being said, his whole CLV shtick, and you always hate to be the guy that dove in early, said, I got the value, boys. Hey, look at my ticket. I got the value, boys. Got it all the way. And then you watched it drop in your favor. Oh, I'm on it, baby. I'm on it. 7 whole points it drops. And then you wake up to see your ticket didn't cash, and you see a tweet from the legendary Dave Sharpen that has each one of the single movements with them checked off saying, doesn't matter, and a beautiful trash can with the letter CLV stamped on it.
Correct.
I watched a video yesterday from, I won't mention who, or what broadcast, or what, but let's just say somebody pretty respectable.
Okay.
Hammering the fucking microphone that beating closing line value is the only way you can be a profitable bettor ever. So we have somebody we really, really respect who is very respected and says that closing line fucking doesn't matter worth shit. I see somebody else who's very, very well respected as far as I know, and another, let's say, platform that is very, very well respected, saying that if you don't beat CLV, you'll never win. You'll be a piece of shit. Now, I went back through some stuff last night because that kind of stuff, I said, what? I went back through some stuff and I said, well, shit. The last 10 college basketball plays, we've had some goofy bass backwards line movement, and we still cash those motherfucking plays. So I'm a bit lost, partner. Do we continue to buy in for all of our benefits? Not for anybody else. Not for any of the content creators out there. We've already done this. For us as gamblers, do we buy into CLV or no?
I mean, my friend, all I can see is that damn trash can. That's the only thing that I ever see. I mean, does it help? Sure, it'll help. Most definitely it'll help, especially probably basketball. It helps a little bit more. Hopefully, okay, you froze on my screen. I wasn't sure if that was me or not. But I would say basketball, it matters a little bit more. But you look back at that I was concerned that I was going to fall into that trash can with the Raptors the other day at +8. Doesn't matter what you caught it at. The Raptors cashed the damn ticket. So it only matters if you win. I don't care if you got 5 points on a spread. If you lost, you fucking lost. So sometimes it helps. Sure, it helps. If you're giving me the best possible number and that's the side I was going to take anyways, then yeah, hell yeah, I want that. But
sure,
to be the only possible way, the only end-all be-all way that you're going to profit, get the hell out of here. Give me a damn break.
Yeah, that you can be considered sharp is basically
I'm interested
what
to see. I didn't see this, so I'm interested to hear who this was.
Well, yeah. Well, for sure. Absolutely. I never trash anybody out, for sure. I would never fucking... But it might not even be somebody that anybody knows about. Either way, there you go. There you have it. I just find it so funny that we find people on the aisle every day who beat the drum of CLV is the most important thing, but then also people who beat the drum of CLV does not matter whatsoever. So what is a man to believe out here anymore these days?
One more thing as far as this is concerned, I've seen people who get, on a very popular book, get limited because they keep beating all this CLV, but then they'll complain, I haven't even been profitable. They're kicking me out because I'm getting all the CLV. It hasn't even been profitable. I don't understand. So, I said, does it help? Sure. If you're going to take that side, sure it helps.
Well, sure.
But give me a damn break, man. I mean, basketball, like I said, in the NFL especially, give me a freaking break. We caught that Vikings one +3, and then it flips to whatever the hell it flipped to, and they get their teeth clapped in by whatever Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush, for fuck's sake. Just stop. I don't want to relive that fucking week.
No.
Yeah. What? So, yeah, you know what? I think we just solved it right there. Closing line value doesn't mean jack shit in this game. What matters is if you're happy with the number you got and you stick to that number and you can find good, key, cold, hard facts as to why it matters, then you stick with that. Now, go ahead.
I would just say go back and listen to Sportsbook and Sig's Wise Words episode, because the one thing he said that I love, and it's just so true, because everyone has their own damn processes.
Processi?
I think it was him. I could be talking about my ass. I believe it was Consig, though, where he was talking about as far as comparing it to golf, where you could show up to the range, hit 100 damn balls, hit the putting green for an hour and go out and shoot 80. And then he said, and I can go out, hit 3 balls. Oh, I tweak this, and then I go out and shoot 80. The process is whatever process works for you.
Consig. I think that was Consig. I don't think it. I don't know. I don't know if it was or not. Either way, hell of a way to think about it there, though, for sure. Everybody has their own process, and if you come to the same conclusion on a number and you like a number, then stick with the number, and wherever the fucker moves, so what? Just stick with your number. It is going to be for instance, I hammered in UMBC this morning at -3.5, plummeted to -2.5, now tickling 3.5 again on some books. Did you think I wanted to jump out of this fucking window when it was down to 2.5? No, because I'm still comfortable with it at 3.5. I don't care about CLV, but... Apparently, it's the only way I can ever become successful, Mags. So.
Right. The chances that it's going to land exactly on 3 and the 2.5 wins the ticket and your 3.5 loses the ticket, come on, man. It's not that crazy.
It's all good.
It is that crazy. It is that crazy.
It is that crazy from time to time. But when you find the right side, we go down this rabbit hole for
if you lose that ticket,
hours.
I would be hard pressed to believe that it lands exactly on 3. Chances are they lose outright or something like that. Not trying to speak this into existence or anything for you. You know what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah. But let's not speak that into existence. Go down that rabbit hole because that really sucks. I don't want that ticket to lose. So they're gonna win by 8. There you go. There you have it. That's the actual real prediction. Mags was just reverse osmosis. Reverse osmosising. I don't. Reverse osmosis. Yeah, that one. He's doing that to my shit. So whatever he's saying, the opposite is going to happen. All right, there you go. There you have it. Rabbit holes left, right, and center. All right, 4 minutes until the 30-minute mark of the 11 o'clock hour. How about a couple of TTL updates and announcements, huh?
You hear that in the background?
Little We got Wise Words Season 2, Episode 4 dropped yesterday. Yeah, it's still a little warm out. You know, you get the ashless chaps on and you get ready to rocking and rolling.
Is it a little too windy to be riding motorcycles or crotch rocks though? Not even kidding.
No. Maybe it might be, but you might
like
get
20
your ass
plus mile an hour winds.
might get your ass blown over if you're on the highway.
That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
I wouldn't suggest it, but do what you got to do, partner. Season 2, Episode 4, Wise Words Pod dropped yesterday on our YouTube. It is now available on the YouTube at the Wise Words Podcast playlist. Who would have thunk? And on all major podcast directories. You can also find it talkingtheline.com/wise-words-podcast. Speaking of additional shows from the TTL crew, Cup of Joe on Campus podcast, ready to rock and roll this upcoming Saturday once again. I believe it's episode number 7 now. Can't believe we've been doing that one for 7 weeks.
Yeah, sounds right.
8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time this upcoming Saturday, the 18th. Yes, it is the 18th. We have an absolutely loaded day of college sports. Bowl season starting.
Yeah.
Not the best bowl season or bowl games out there, but there are some damn good ones that are going to be having some value, going to be worth betting on.
100%. And you nailed it on Saturday with only the one college football game. Despite how much we love college basketball, it was bizarre not seeing, 3 to 20 different options.
Oh, with my Pablo tweet?
Yeah. Oh, what was it?
With my Pablo tweet, you said? Like
I think so.
Yeah, but when I tweeted this, so this is what it feels like to not have 500 college football games interlaced with 250 college basketball games. Yeah, and it was just Pablo Escobar sitting.
I love
just upset,
100 options of both, man. It was weird only having the one college football. So give me
I
whatever
stayed away.
action's coming our way.
I ended up staying away, and everybody's losing their minds over Army Navy, and I saw so many people throwing tickets away, getting pissed off, and I was just like, wow, I'm glad I stayed out of that nonsense. Did you hit the under?
Yeah.
Of course you hit the under. Of course they did. I just decided to stay away. But there you go. There you have it. Cup of Joe on Campus podcast, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. We have a boatload of those bowl games, and then also college basketball.
Unreal college basketball.
Unreal on Saturday. So make sure you tune into that. We'll have plenty of value to get through, dish out, everything like that. Going to be a tighter episode. We usually go till only about 10:30, so we won't go any later than 10:30. Your boy's got to get his license updated here, get ready to get back into adulthood. The old license expired.
Nice Saturday trip to the DMV, eh?
Yeehaw, here we go. Burn off half the fucking day. Can't wait. Had to make a fucking appointment for 11:30, but I bet you I don't get out of there until 5:30.
Hopefully that helps, dude.
Yeehaw.
Hopefully that gets you in and out.
Hey, they said it's an appointment-only facility, so if I go in that son of a bitch and I'm waiting around, I'm liable to have a come apart. But we're not going to put that out in the world. We're just going to hope that that is not the case. And, I'll just stick one in my back pocket, Mags. No, 55-inch, just no problem.
You
no
got
harm,
a
no foul.
smaller one you can bring in. I'm sure there's going to be some degens at the fucking
there
DMV on
might be.
Saturday.
There might be. Maybe I just bring the ESPN app on the old phone, and we can just watch it like that, like normal human beings in the 21st century now. So there you go, Cup of Joe on Campus officially. Already talked about it. UFC, we got into pretty deep UFC rabbit hole, but Pick Blog will come out this upcoming Saturday morning. We'll have it scheduled, ready to rock and roll. Might even drop it Friday night. Not sure. Don't know. Mags will have his extra cheddar blog. Speaking of the Packers and Ravens game, he'll have that. All of his Packers best bets and props for the day. He's been on an absolute heater since he started doing those bad boys. I suggest you subscribe to all of our blogs so you can get those and more. Just go to talkingtheline.com. You can go to our blogs on the the more tabs, or you can also just type in your email right on the homepage. We'll never send you spam. We'll never send you any bullshit, but you will get access to all of our blogs before anybody else. Speaking of talkingtheline.com, stop by. It's where you find all of our social media platforms, all of our additional content, everything in between. You can also find that on our link tree that's in this episode's description and also on all of the bios of our social media platforms. Outside of that, partner, got a little motivation minutes to dish out here. Get these fine folks on about their day. But before I do that, anything less from you or else from you? Less from you? What the fuck? Anything else from you?
Jeez, sorry, dude. I'll see myself out.
Anything else from you in regards to the world of sports gambling, news, late breaking, anything in between, my man?
Only significant news that we missed, and this is all I got. Jalen Waddle on COVID IR for this weekend for the Dolphins? I think we skimmed over that one, man.
Okay, serious question though, for real. Like, are we about to, like, job security? Talk about job security, but are we about to go on lockdown again, dude? Like, what the fuck's about to happen here?
Was it yesterday? Like I said, I'd be hard pressed to imagine it gets that serious. But I think it was the Raptors. Maybe it was hockey, but I think it was the Raptors. As far as like maybe the Canadian arenas are going to cut back down to 50%. I think that's probably more so in the cards than anything. Who the hell am I? But I would say it's probably, like I said, I think yesterday, just stiffer protocols. Maybe they limit some more fans. Definitely, I mean, Toronto is obviously more strict than we were. So, like I said, the NFL is going to continue on. Wouldn't be surprised if the NBA does some of that as far as limiting some fans, though, or even the NHL, too.
I saw shout out Gump Cathcart. Saw him retweet today. Premier League might end up canceling their season. So they're trying to trying to push the higher ups to cancel the season. So I'm interested to see what'll happen there. I don't know, man. It's getting kind of hot and heavy. A lot of teams across a lot of sports are getting ripped with COVID. So apparently we're still in a fucking pandemic, even though a lot of us tend to forget about it. It seems like. I mean, I just walk out and fucking think about, oh, shit, 22 players just went on a COVID. Wow, I guess we are still in a pandemic.
Proceed with caution on the NFL this weekend, man. We really got to look into who is in and who is out. I saw someone, I think it was our friend we had on one of the early shows, Wise Words Bearman, was like, at this point, I want to know who is in this weekend, not who's out.
I think, if anything, maybe that was why my brain went to the CLV just subconsciously here today. Fucking just wait. Wait until Saturday, or if there's any inkling whatsoever, don't worry about waiting until Saturday for this week. I know typically you don't like to do that because that's when everybody starts to rush to the books, John Q. Public and everything. But if you guys got any questions about money splits or anything like that, shoot us a DM. Drop it. We'll always be available to answer that shit too. We got access to a couple other things that we'll give you sites where we have access to too. If you always have questions, we're always available. Actually, too, jump in our chalkboard app, Talking the Line board. That's what the fuck we have it for crying out loud. Come talk some shit, get some more insights. We want to connect with you guys and can't tell you how much we appreciate it when you do. All right. That's enough rabbit holes for today. Seems like we have about completed an entire episode, or another entire episode, rather, of the Talking the Line pod. But we got one final thing to do, partner, and one thing that I have always promised to do and will continue to do as far as we have this show. Without further ado, may I continue?
Go ahead.
All right.
I'm not going to stop you.
All right, good sir. Well, final segment of the day. Here it comes. My motivation minutes. All right. Super simple, actually, today, my friends. Just a little bit of perspective that I think we all could use, and perspective on something that I do every single day. You say, Colt, I don't follow your schedule. What the hell do I know that you do every single day? Well, au contraire, my friend, but you do. And it's actually probably, maybe, potentially on this here social media platform that you're watching this show on, and it's my morning tweet. Every single morning, I try and put it out about 6:30 or 6:45, somewhere around in that ballpark. And I just say, good morning, my friends. If you haven't seen it, it's either marvelous Monday to be alive, or I always, giving away my trade secrets, I always rhyme it with the day of the week it is. So tremendous Tuesday, terrific Thursday, whatever, wonderful Wednesday. To be alive, the rest is up to you. And shout out Joey Coco Diaz. He said some of this, it was more, it's a beautiful day to be alive, cocksucker, like just how he only would. So I kind of changed it up around, and it's a beautiful day to be alive. The rest is up to you. And I don't do that for the likes. I don't do it for the retweets, any of that. I do it to, if one person sees that, hey, it's a beautiful day to be alive. The rest really is up to me. At least I'm alive. At least I'm kicking. If one person sees that and it changes the entire course of their day and their mindset, I did my job, partner. So I wanted to give a little perspective on that and why I chose that. Why it's a beautiful day to be alive, the rest is up to you. And obviously, for the obvious, we're all fucking alive. Let's take a minute just to be grateful at the bare bones of everything. We're on a floating fucking rock that don't really make a whole lot of sense whatsoever in the middle of expansive nothingness. Let that just kind of sink in for a minute. And you have the opportunity to be alive in that. Let me repeat myself. 1 in 400 trillion opportunity you have to be on this floating rock in the middle of expansive nothingness, and you have the opportunity to get another day to be alive on it. If that doesn't make your fucking head spin, I don't know what will. And if you can't think that deep, maybe stop tuning in the motivation minutes, because that's what this is all about, my friends. That's what I'm all ever at the bare bones core of everything I try to tell you guys, and battle this adversity, or throw this blade, or catch this arrow, break it over the knee. Whatever message it is, at the end of the day, shit, let's just be grateful that we're here, man. We got another day to be alive again on a floating fucking rock in the middle of expansive nothingness. If you ever question how insignificant your problems, your worries, your fears, your cares are, just think about that for a minute. And if by one fraction of a decimal, some fucking gas, H2O, or not H, that's not a gas, hydrogen or carbon dioxide or whatever gas they find in our atmosphere, it's off by that much, we're all fucked. We're all dead. It's all gone, my friends. So, I do it for that reason. That's my perspective behind it. It's not for likes or anything. Sometimes it's for me. Sometimes I get up in the morning and I'm tired and I don't want to do it. And I got more problems and my plate is so full and oh my gosh, I just can't go on. Well, everybody else has got problems too. And guess what? Everybody else is walking around on this floating, expansive piece of nothingness, this floating rock. And they got problems too, but guess what? They got the opportunity to be alive. So sometimes I need that reminder myself that, hey, you son of a bitch, you're alive. You got an opportunity to go turn some problems into potential opportunities. Turn obstacles into opportunities, my friends. And that's all we're trying to do. So, hey, sometimes I do it for me. Sometimes it ain't for none of you. Sometimes I got to do it for myself too. But secretly, it is always for you guys as well. So remember, my friends, it is a beautiful day to be alive. The rest is up to you, and you had a 1 in 400 trillion chance of being born on this floating rock in the middle of expansive nothingness, and you got the opportunity and are blessed enough and favored enough to get the chance to live it for another day. I hope that brings a little bit of perspective to your beautiful Thursday here, and that officially does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
I love it, partner, and I apologize if this is a goofy way to take it, but as far as keeping it in gambling terms, 1 in 400 trillion odds, I don't know what the hell that is, but if I ever cash a ticket like that,
roll the dice.
Yeah. I think you know what I'm trying to say. That's not something I'm just like, okay, cool, got that one in the window.
You hit that fucking ticket. I don't have a partner for this anymore. You're disappearing to the Bahamas somewhere. It's
money-wise, that's a different story, obviously.
Over with.
But it's just in the
400
metaphorical stance. You know what I'm trying to say.
Do you understand how many zeros that is, my friends? Write that out. Write that out on your fucking paper. Do you understand trillion, billion, million? That is so many fucking zeros, and you got the one opportunity. You got the one opportunity. My friends. You got look
My
at
blind
those
ass can't see a
fucking
damn thing
zeros,
on that paper, bro.
and you got the fucking opportunity. I know you're blind as shit, but they were there. I promise. All those
I'm
zeros.
not even kidding. There was just a blank piece of paper for me.
And you got the one chance. So there you go. There you have it. Yeah, definitely gambling terms. Those are some damn good odds, my friend. So you catch a ticket like that, you'd be pretty fucking thankful, wouldn't you? So maybe just start treating, if you are a gambler, which I probably would guess you are because you tune into this show.
Who's to say?
Maybe start treating your life like you just cashed that motherfucking ticket, pal. How about that? I might have a quote coming out later. Start living your life like start living your life like you just cashed the 1 in 400 trillion ticket. The 400 trillion to 1 ticket. Ooh. All right, my friends. There you go. There you have it. That's about to come out a little bit later, but thanks, partner, for even more shit. Officially, my motivation minutes of the day. Okay. Well, that seems like an episode of the TTL Pod, my friends. So, without further ado, one final check-see here. Oh, yes, we are in good working order. My friends, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gambling pals far and wide, from myself and Mags, Thank you so much for choosing to stop by episode number 184 of the Talking the Line podcast on this beautiful Thursday of bets, also known as, for the final time, so you don't have to check your calendar today, December the 16th in the year 2021. Cannot tell you how much we appreciate every single one of you for not only stopping by for today's show, spending your hard-earned time and energy with a couple of goofballs that like laying out their opinions in the world of sports gambling, but also all of your follows, your subscriptions, your likes, your shares, your comments, everything in between. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We hope you have a spectacular rest of your Thursday, unless you have any other plans. And as always, we'll see you at the pay window tonight so you can start saying with us at the end of every single show, hey partner, let's cash some tickets.